Cosmic shocking, baby.
You can find all my clothing and merchandise and artistic expression by clicking Show More underneath this video and finding the links below. Well, here I am there, coming back at you from Maple Ridge here, Champion Athletic Club. And I just wanted to show you another chest, back, and legs workout today. So, you know, it's kind of my go-to workout when I'm feeling decent. I do a little bit more sets on this chest workout because my chest is lagging behind in development, especially because I've been, you know, I took that time off for my shoulder injury and everything. So basically, I do about 5-6 sets for bench press here, and standard protocol on a chest, back, and legs day is about 3 sets to 4 sets per body part, and those are working sets. Usually I just stick with the working sets. I'm not doing you know, I'm not including the warm-ups, of course. So yeah, here I am just bench pressing in front of the parking lot, and it's nice. You know, I really like actually bench pressing because you get the nice breeze coming in the gym, because it's pretty hot in the gym. And you know, the only thing is you just never know if somebody's going to run over you if they come through the gate. You know, so you only get that small little wire cage there between you and the parking lot. So you know, you just got to make sure you get along with everybody in the gym, because somebody might just accidentally slip on the gas pedal instead of the brake. Yeah. But yeah, one thing I want to talk about today is cynicism. You know, it's funny. It happened actually during this workout. I met a guy, and he was like the most cynical guy I've ever met in my life. I mean, he actually reminded me of what I was like about 20 years ago. So it was pretty hilarious. You know, he was just cynical about everything. Cynical about, you know, what he could do or what he couldn't do. Cynical about where things in his life are going to lead, you know, what he should put effort into. You know, cynical about what would work and what doesn't work. And I'm here to say to you, you know, cynicism, although seems reasonable, usually it'll just paralyze you from making any progress with anything. A lot of times, if you're cynical, for instance, with working out, if you say, oh, I don't know if that crap works, I don't know, I don't trust it, right? You know, you'll actually never even work out, and then when you don't work out, you don't get the results. So, you know, that's an extreme case of cynicism, but I've seen cynicism prevent people from believing in themselves in a lot of ways, and because they believe the other people's doubt. You know, they believe that other people's cynicism about them. You know, so if I believed that I could never bench press over 200 pounds, and I believed that, then I probably would have given up and never actually put the effort in, and became the massive beast that I am in my own mind, right? So the thing is that, you know, you got to basically just believe. And I'm not talking about from a faith point of view. You know, like a lot of people think, oh, belief, you know, or faith, they say, oh, that's just non-logic. That's not scientific. I'm talking about look at what's before you and at least give something some effort. At least give it a try. Don't just give up before you've even tried, you know. There are tons of people out there struggling with being overweight, or tons of people that struggle in their business, or struggle with all aspects of their life. Maybe it's a relationship, whatever it might be. But the fact is that if you apply the same principles that work in the gym, you know, eventually you'll find your groove, you know, and that's what we're all here for, is to find our groove. And sometimes that groove changes, as I found out, you know, with the, you know, the shoulder injury from hockey and stuff. I had to change my groove, you know. I had a wicked bench press groove before that injury, but, you know, that's life. Life just changes your groove sometimes. So it's your job to always find the groove. It isn't your job to keep the same groove. You know, that's really profound stuff here. I should make a t-shirt with that. So anyway, yeah, so I get up to 225 in my bench presses, and you know, I just basically did about 5 sets, you know, of lots of reps, you know. And like I said, I don't touch my chest. Everybody knows that. I like to keep the constant tension where I feel the chest, and not transfer it any more to the delt than I have to, because my delt is already my delts are already overpowering my chest anyway. And when I come all the way down, I actually feel like my delts really take most of the brunt of the workout. This may be different for you. So like I said, you know, do it your way every day, you know. And I think that's a Burger King slogan or something, your way every way, or I don't know what the heck they say, but the bottom line is that that's what this channel's about. You know, find your way that works. It's not about me saying adamantly, hey, my way's the only way, because my body is different than yours, you know. Biochemically and biomechanically, and you know, all these different things, there are all subtle differences, and it's really nice to see, because on the internet I can see this now is emerging. There's some real thinkers out there, and people that have been in the sport for a while are actually starting to talk and starting to say, geez, you know, yeah, maybe a deadlift is performed this way under these circumstances, and then a deadlift is performed this way under those circumstances, but the circumstances change. So right here I'm just showing you what I do in between sets. Okay, in between sets, I will actually You meditation masters and Tai Chi masters and things will understand what I'm doing here. I'm basically connecting to my body beyond pain. I'm connecting to the perfect body, the place inside that I actually can connect to it. There's a place where there's no pain, there's just bliss. There's a happy, spacious experience, like a comfort that is in the body that exists in you at all times. And then think of it like layers. Over top, there is the pain layer, I guess you could call it, where you feel the burn or where you feel the joint pain and all this kind of stuff. So when I work out, because of my meditation practice, and what I got into after bodybuilding and so forth, I started to integrate this type of technique in my training. So a lot of people say training's a meditation. I'd say, well, for most people, it's the best meditation they know, but it's not necessarily meditation. But you can start to bring a meditative type focus into your training, So meditation isn't about going anywhere. It's about totally paying attention to what is there and uncovering other layers of what is there in your body. So if you've been squatting for 10 years, you'll know that there are certain subtle muscles that you feel in your legs when you squat. And when you first started, you might not have felt those muscles. You weren't aware, you see? So as you train, you do grow in awareness. And meditation is a similar sort of thing. So you can combine both worlds and actually accentuate everything that you're doing for healing, actually helping heal the joints and everything. Because I'm convinced, and this is something coming from experience. When I used to go to a massage therapist years ago, and they'd work on certain muscles, and certain muscles seem to have a mind of their own. Like they get spasmed up or they get knotted up, and they develop trigger points, they call it. So that trigger point would actually prevent the muscle from performing its action properly or protecting the joint, and then it would cause joint pain. So you'd have to get the massage on the muscle, get the blood flow in there, and actually get it moving properly again. And then, of course, the joint pain would immediately go away. It was like magic. So there is a certain amount of fragmentation that goes on to the body. And when you bodybuild or you lift weights or you play sports, what you're doing is working on making everything fire under the same mind. So, everything in your body's not having opposite goals or opposite focus. Imagine if your bicep is trying to become an endurance athlete and a power athlete at the same time. You can see how there's going to be something kind of not incongruence there, right? One requires the bicep to probably be smaller and to run different type of energy, and the other power type of focus requires the bicep to be big, and have a more of a fast twitch fiber content. So this is kind of the thing. So this is kind of what I do with my training. That's why I can wear, my long hair all frizzy and looking like crap like that and still be a cool guy. Anyway, I'm wearing my Cosmic Shakti tank top there. So I got them on my Spreadshirt shop down below. If you just click on Show More, there's a Spreadshirt shop where you can actually purchase clothing and stuff if you're interested. And I'll always be updating new art in there because, I like art and all that. And I like actually making my own art. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing a reverse grip, back row. Okay, so it's a seated row and I'm doing reverse grip. The reason why is because I do like the feel on the lats. Now, of course, always gotta, this is obligatory. You gotta, pump the pecs every time you do a back pump. After doing some bench press, you get some blood in there. You gotta, Mark Lobliner is probably really jealous of me right now. I could tell he probably. But anyway, what I'm doing is some seated rows, underhanded grip. The reason why I like this is because I feel my back more. I do feel the rear delts and stuff as well. And I keep that constant tension. Like the mistake a lot of people make is that they'll overextend their arms. They'll come all the way out, right? And I know this is a really crappy angle because of the lens and everything. You can't really see exactly what my range of motion is, but don't worry. I'll go to a side view for you real quick. And you'll see the tension is always on the lats. It never actually leaves. And I'm not focusing on bending my arms so much as just pulling them like there are strings attached to my elbows. So here I am. You're going to see behind the scenes work here. This is some behind the scenes, You see me setting up the camera. I'm a real professional, as you can tell. Okay, I just need to adjust this here. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's the shot. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll fit me in there. Yeah, I'm pretty positive. Yeah, that's it. I guess not. Okay. So, this is the thing. A lot of people don't realize how much work goes into actually setting up these cameras and editing and everything, and all for the measly 5 or 10 cents a day or whatever it is. So the fact is that this is the movement from the side. You can see that it's like there's strings attached to the elbows. I'm actually just pulling with the elbows, but I'm not really focusing on bending the elbows as much as just pulling like I'm a puppet, and that really works the lats and really works the upper back. Okay, finally I got a better angle here. This is a little bit better for you. So constant tension. See, now if I come forward more and lean forward more, what'll happen is I may round my back, which is what I don't want to do when I'm training back. And I may actually take the focus off the back part that I want to actually concentrate on. You know, it does give you more of a stretch when you lean forward, but the problem is that if you have to start rounding the back to do that, you know, if you do it with lightweight, maybe you can get away with it, but it's not necessarily the best thing to do for training back, because you could hurt a disc or one of your vertebrae or something, you know, or ligament in there. Now here I am squatting, and I'm glad I have the camera up here because my butt's sweating again, but that's what happens when you're in a hot gym in the summer. You know, what do you expect, right? Hey, I'm working hard. You know, I know it seems all easy from your, you know, couch that you're watching this from. You know, hey, what's he doing? He's just having a nice leisurely little workout there. And after all, he's speaking to the microphone. He's not out of breath, so that means that, you know, this workout's pretty easy. But, you know, here I am just doing some squats. So I assure you, this is actually a tough workout. When you train chest, back, and legs in one workout, especially when you're doing the big compound movements, you really do feel everything. And the thing is, my legs are still actually sore during this workout from the lunge workout I did, you know, a day before. So the nice part is, when you are sore from doing a little bit more frequent training, you don't have to go as heavy, and you definitely feel like more of a pull in the muscle and a real pump. You know, you really feel that. So, you know, I'm coming down just to 90 degrees. That's all I care about. And, you know, for all you haters out there, I do this because this is what works. Not that I have a lot of haters out there on this channel. Most of everybody's actually pretty open-minded and pretty good. But you know, the thing is that the 90-degree squats, low bar, work perfect for my legs. I feel my legs, feel my butt, feel everything well. Once I start going deeper, I start to feel other things. Other things fail besides the muscles, and that's just the way I'm built. So, you know, depends on the person. So I'm not saying that deep squats are bad. I'm just saying for some people, deep squats are bad. For some people, shallow squats might be bad. It's a matter of finding that groove, you know. And one great way to figure out what is right for you is to say at the end of your workout, what caused you to stop the set? Was it lower back fatigue? Was it hip fatigue? Was it butt fatigue? Was it quad fatigue? You know, which muscle actually fatigued or hit failure or was close to failure, you know? And that's the muscle you're working. And depending on what your goal is will depend on how you cater the movement. That will depend on how you perform the movement, right? Of course, first priority is what doesn't injure you. That's the first thing. Second is what helps me gain muscle fastest, you know, and that's something you got to figure out on your own. You got to keep trying different motions and everything, and go from there, you know. So yeah, the 315 is pretty easy today, but it feels great. It's just a nice pump. I don't like this bar though. I like using the other black bar, but because I wasn't actually going to go heavier than 315, I said, okay, I'll just stick with this one. But this bar kind of rolls down your back a little bit when you're squatting, so it kind of does interfere with your set quite a bit. Now, you might notice that as I go along in my workout that I start to actually squat a little bit deeper. I think it's really because unconsciously I want to actually sit down. You know, I don't want to do anymore. So sometimes sitting down could be actually easier than doing the squat workout, right? So, but yeah, that's my workout for today. And, you know, of course, put your weights away, right? You know, hey, I see so many idiots, you know, not putting their weights away, but this gym's pretty good. But thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon.